Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl eToro, aka ICU Glam, and we are back. Back this time with a little mini update video. I know Vlogmas was a fail, but within good reason. So I just wanted to catch you guys up and let you guys know what's been going on, how I closed out my 2020, how I plan on kicking 2021's you know what, and how I just plan on being a better me. So if you're interested in seeing what I've been up to, then make sure you stay tuned. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Subscribing to my channel really helps your girl out and lets me know that you guys love the content that you're seeing. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome. Hey, how you doing? I hope you all have missed me as I've missed you. So without further ado, to your mother, your father, your baby sister, to your cousin, tell everybody to pull up because we finna get it cracking. Alright, let's roll. First off, how's everybody doing? How are y'all doing? I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody's well. I hope you all had an amazing and a blessed Christmas, a blessed Kwanzaa, a cheerful Hanukkah. Whatever it is that you celebrate, I hope you brought it in with family and loved ones, whether virtually or the ones you have in your home, safely, socially distant, all that good stuff. I hope you also had a really blessed New Year. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on what I've been doing and where I've been and what's been going on. So if you saw my last couple videos, you guys know I made a little attempt at Vlogmas. And I say a little attempt because I did 2 days and I had skipped a couple days. I was like, there was just a lot going on. So where do I even start? As you guys know, like just looking back at 2020, like 2020 was a crazy year. It was a hard year. It was a blessing of a year in a lot of ways, but it was also really heavy of a year in more ways. And looking back at 2020, as I reflected on my year as a whole, I had to really stop and be like, damn toe, like, yes, 2020 was unprecedented and no one knew that we were gonna face the year that we had, but I really did kick a lot of things off my list of things that I wanted and needed to do. And for that, I'm really grateful. And I'm just grateful in general to be here, right? To be alive, to be well, to be able to speak to you guys still in a healthy and safe state. Like for that, I'll forever thank God. Like he sees me worthy every single day. And that is the blessing in its own. But also like, just running through the year in general, I just felt like I was on go all year. And I kicked 2020's ass. Like 2020 tried to fight and I fought back, and I'm proud of that. I'm not gonna diminish what I've done. I'm not gonna diminish any of it. I'm gonna live in my blessing. But because of that, I felt like when I got to the end of the year, I felt so tired and I felt like I was losing the strength that I had in a lot of areas and things that I had really taken time to develop. For example, 2020 was big for me on my personal health, like my diet, health, exercise. I really took 2020 to really strengthen my core values on being responsible for what I consume and what I eat. And when I say consume, like we could talk about a whole bunch of different things. We could talk about what I consume mentally, what I consume emotionally, what I consume spiritually, but just focusing on what I consume physically, like food, what I'm drinking, all of that. I try to strengthen like my position on I'm gonna live a healthy life, and every single day, every single time I'm faced with the choice of what am I gonna eat, what am I gonna drink, what am I gonna do, I'm gonna take the healthy route. And I did really good at that, especially when COVID really hit and we were on like full-time quarantine. Like your girl played no game. If you follow me on my Instagram, then you already know like I was tip top when it came to what I was eating. I was working out almost every single day. Like I was not playing, and I was able to actually lost a couple pounds during quarantine, which I wasn't really specifically looking to lose weight. I mean, I'm always looking to lose weight, but it wasn't like the core goal of mine. The goal was to just be healthy and be fit and be focused. So I worked on that all 2020. Then in November, right? Let me just set the scene for November for you guys because I haven't really officially announced this on my YouTube channel, I don't think. November, I was preparing to launch ICU Glam Body, which is an extension of ICU Glam LLC. So you guys know that we do the cosmetics. I've been working on my lippies all year, really. We first launched in February. So it's been lippies and cosmetics from February all the way up until November. And I had been, you know, I'd always dreamed of ICU Glam being a household name in the sense of I want ICU Glam to be in every part of your home from generation to generation. So whether it's in cosmetics like we started, or ICU Glam Body, which we have now. I just want to be all in your home. So November, I really started marketing and pushing out for ICU Glam Body. And when I tell you, although I had prepared for it, although I had been working and formulating and putting things together for months ahead, November really took me out, because taking on this new step of making body care and luxury body care products, which we have, was really big for me, was really different for me. The physical labor in itself was a lot more than the cosmetic side of things. The research was crazy, because not only did I want to make products that were luxurious and really felt like, right? I wanted to make products that were good, that worked, that were real. And as someone who, as you guys know, I talk about it all the time on my channel, I've dealt with psoriasis all of my life, and that's like psoriasis on my scalp, on my body, like every single way you could have psoriasis, I have faced it. So it was so important for me to just make sure my product was real and my product really worked. So we went live with the kind of, I guess you could say, pre-order on Black Friday, right? So that's what, November 25th or 26th was it this past year? And we went for sale on Black Friday. We sold on Black Friday, and we continued to sell through December. I started shipping out products. I turned things around really fast. I told people I was going to get them out within the week, and I got them out within a week. So imagine, I sold online Black Friday. I did a pop-up shop in New York City that Saturday. So I was still selling. I was still, and I was so unprepared. Like, this just lets you guys know how all over the place I was in November, that when I went for the pop-up shop, I was so like, it was very last minute. Like, my decision to actually be a part of it was very last minute. Now, I was lucky because if you remember, back in February on my birthday, I had done my first pop-up shop. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the card here or down below of how I prepared and brought my vision to life to have my first in-person pop-up shop. And this was before COVID went crazy. So this was before quarantine, this was before masks. Like, I had done my first real pop-up shop. So my decision to do the one in November was last minute, but I didn't feel ill prepared because I had really the bulk of what I needed, I had. I was nervous to do it because with having introduced ICU Glam Body a couple days prior to going to the in-person pop-up shop, I really wasn't prepared with enough physical product for ICU Glam Body. ICU Glam Cosmetics, I was stocked. It's been my thing. Like, I've really learned how to manage making sure that I never sell out, right? Because although I feel like we've come into this culture in entrepreneurship where we're like so big on like sold out, which is a blessing to sell anything out. Like, even if you just have 5 in your inventory, to sell those 5 out is a blessing, don't get me wrong. But I think in business, the goal is never really to be sold out. You want to sell your inventory, you want to make sure your product is moving, but you don't want to sell out to the point where 10 people may come to your website looking to buy something and it's not available for purchase. Like, I always want my products to be available for purchase. So I had sold out of the ICU Glam Body that I had physically, like the ingredients, everything, bottle containers. I had sold out Black Friday, right? Let's just say it like that. And I wasn't prepared to sell for the pop-up shop. So whatever, I'm going into tangents that I really didn't plan on going. I wanted this video to be short and cute. But anyways, my point is that I had to pivot and think, well, girl, we're still gonna go to this pop-up shop. We're still gonna make this happen. We're still gonna be successful. Even if it's just to get our name out, even if it's just to make a little bit more of a presence, we're gonna do that. So I went and I thought I had to pivot, right? Pivoting was a big part of this year. Pivoting, I think for all of us, was a big part of this year. And I'm like, how can I still go and be a part of this event and be successful and have the success and see the success that I want for ICU Glam? So what I ended up doing was I sold ICU Glam Body all day long at that pop-up shop. But I told people, like, look, I wasn't prepared. I actually sold out, transparency, right? I sold out of my products a couple days prior during my Black Friday sale. But if you'd still like to purchase, if you're interested, I'll pack it up, I'll get it together, I'll ship it to you, shipping on me within the week. So people love that. People wanted to support it. People had the products there. I did have some samples, some testers for people to try out, and people loved it. So people were like, to God's grace and to God's glory, purchased. And I had to turn that bad boy around and get those products out by mail or by ship. Whatever I had to do, I did it. So that was November. So that was like So between Thanksgiving, let's not even say Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, because I'm prepping the website, prepping my inventory, double checking my numbers, getting everything together. And remember, for the most part, I'm a one-man team. Like, I say for the most part because my family does help me, and by God's grace, I have them here as my backbone and my support to help me get things together and really physically, like, if I need hard labor and manual labor, they will help me. But you got to remember, for the most part, I am ICU Glam. So I am its product design, I am the build, I am the manufacturing, I am the cost calculator. Like, I'm determining how much of my raw ingredients cost, what's my breakdown with physical labor, time, this. I'm doing all those things. So we'll just say from the week of Thanksgiving through the first week and a half of December, I burned myself out. Like, burned myself out. I don't even, if there's a word tougher than burn, I did that. And I was going. I'm taking orders, fulfilling, getting things out, shipping, and these things are new to me. So shipping the body products, which I'll show you guys. And for those of you who don't know, we do have an exfoliant, which we call the Oh So Sweet Scrub. It's our Sun Power exfoliant and then our Sun Power Skin Milk. If you want to know more about these, I'll do a more in-depth video. They really focus on in-shower hydration and in-shower nourishment, and I love them so dearly. But we will have a separate video all on ICU Glam Body. But if you are interested in purchasing or want to check it out and want to know more, make sure you're following me on my ICU Glam page and my ICU Glam Cosmetics page, and also just check out the website. The website is back up and running, and you can just go on, check it out, purchase, all that good stuff. It's there for you. So like I said, I had burned myself out, and by the second week of December, I was like so distraught. So distraught. So even before I had got physically burned out, was it the week of November, the week of Thanksgiving, I had stepped on the scale, which I frequently do. Like, I like to keep track of my weight, my numbers. I know people say it's not the numbers that count, but truly and honestly, they do count for something. So I like to keep track of my body and when I'm fluctuating and when I'm up and when I'm down, so I know really how my body reacts to certain things that I'm doing, what I'm eating, and all of that. I stepped on the scale the week of Thanksgiving, and this is me being really open, and I stepped on the scale of my weight. I think the numbers were at 174.5. In my entire life, I don't think I've ever stepped on the scale and seen those numbers. And it was shocking to me because I am so conscious of my body and what I'm eating and how I'm working out and how I'm taking care of my machine. I was like, it was like a slap in the face, like something had to give. And I think really what had led up to me seeing those numbers on the scale was I had been doing enjoyment. I was doing I was going out, I was hanging out, I was drinking, I was, you know, my diet was never really terrible because I think for the most part, I'm pretty good at regulating what I eat, but I was doing enjoyment and I was paying for it. So I saw those numbers, right? So I knew I was at 174. I had been burning myself out for a couple weeks. I said, you know what, Toe? We're gonna go on a detox. So for the month of December, I did a December detox. So part of my detox was no alcohol, no hanging out and turning up, working out 4 to 5 times a week, meditation, prayer, a lot of self-reflection, and I had closed down my website for the last 2 weeks of the month. So beginning the 15th of December through the end of the year, ICUGlam.com was closed down. And part of why I had closed it down was not only because I felt physically burnt out, but because I felt like in me creating new products and doing new things, I feel like my light is dying, so give me 1 second. Sorry guys, my lighting was definitely dying, but if it dies, whatever. So as I was saying, I was on a December detox, and I started at the beginning of the month and went through the end of the month, closed my website for 2 weeks, because not only did I feel like I was burning myself out physically, but I felt like in working so hard in now managing the body products and the cosmetics, and I just felt like a lot of my focus was turning to the dollar in general. I just felt like all of my efforts, not all, but most of my efforts were focused on how much money am I gonna make? What does this cost me? Where is this being put? Like money was going through my head all day. And money is a beautiful thing. Do not get me wrong. I love money. Money loves me. I will forever be in an abundance of money. That is my mantra. That is what I fully, wholly believe. But in the same spirit, I don't want money to consume my life or my brand. And when I say that, I mean that when I developed ICU Glam and when I dreamt about it and worked for it, I always felt like at my core and at its value, its most value, I wanted to have an impact. I felt like over time I had been losing that impact. I had been losing my focus on being impactful to people who look like me, people who live like me, people who go through my experience. I have been losing that, and I felt like I needed the last 2 weeks to recharge, regain my focus, and just reset ICU Glam into making sure that we are as impactful and as valuable and as popping as we can be. So lighting has changed. I apologize in advance. So I did just that with my last 2 weeks, and when I tell you it's been the most refreshing and probably one of the best things I decided to do to end 2020, it really helped me reset and prepare for 2021. So here we are. We have reopened the site again as of the 1st of the month. So if you're interested in shopping any of our lippies, any of our body products, you can definitely shop at www.icuglam.com. What can you expect from us in 2021? What can you expect from me? Definitely a lot more impact. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, my mailing list in general, I did send out a final end of year newsletter around Christmas, just kind of really just explaining this to you guys, like why I had closed down the website, thanking you all for your support throughout the year. Truly, most everything I did, I don't know if anything I did really could have been done without y'all. So for that, I'm forever thankful in 2020, but 2021, we're turning it up a notch. And I said it in my final newsletter that 2021, you can expect a lot more impact from us. And when I say impact, I mean not only impact in the products that we create and impact in the people that we're touching, but I want to do more, feel more, be more in general, more whole. Like I feel it's great to be beautiful, it's great to feel beautiful, but I just want to give people something more for their insides, for life. So yeah, I'm working on that for 2021. But 2021, we're turning it up. As I said, if there's anything 2020 taught me, it is the beauty of a pivot. The beauty of putting your mind on its toes and having to work around things. And I'm super proud of the pivoting that I did last year. And I know that we're far from done. And when I say far from done, I feel like we are far from the end of the craziness that has been 2020. I feel like, it may carry itself into this year, but I think that we are all going to be better prepared and we're going to be better aware, and we are going to all pivot beautifully. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the pivot, but not only the pivot, but I'm excited for us to continue on together. So thank y'all for your support last year. Thank you for rocking with me. I know I fell off on Vlogmas. I know I've been here and there, but I'm really trying to keep up with my YouTube because I think this is one of the better ways that I can communicate how I feel and my thoughts and where I am and what I do and how I live. So if you guys are interested, as I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. That way you never miss a video. I think I'm tasking myself in January to put out at least one video a week, minimum. And until next time, I love you guys so much and thank you for watching. Bye.